Okay, I apologize for the later start. Actually, we are started about 16 minutes late from the schedule of this live stream. This live stream is the weekend market analysis, where we are going to be looking into those pairs that we are actually following to find possible entries for next week. Okay, as you know, we are actually looking for the best price entry, those optimal areas that if you take your trades, they are not really going to be problematic at all. At any rate, price is going to come back for you. Okay, price is going to move in your direction. All right, let's begin with the Forex Factory economical calendar, looking at those high impact news events that are scheduled for this upcoming trading week. So let's look at next week and see those news events. It's a heavily loaded week ahead, one of the busiest trading weeks that we have in recent times. You can see all of those are high impact news events scheduled for next week, majority of them being an interest rate announcement and the unemployment rate. Okay, the unemployment rate or employment change is similar to the NFP that we saw today. The NFP that we saw today that was released from the American dollar axis. Usually it is NFP comes out with from the American dollar axis and the Canadian dollar axis. Well, for some reasons, that of the Canadian dollar was delayed. It wasn't released today. It was delayed and will be released by next week. So if you scroll down on Friday, you will find the employment change and unemployment rate scheduled for the Canadian dollar for next week. You can see that this is similar to the NFP. Okay, it's a similar news event and usually spike the market as well in heavy momentum. We'll be trading this live as well on Friday next week. This usually should give us value trading opportunities. Okay, anyway, we didn't find any value trading opportunity on the NFP today. That doesn't mean we cannot find trading opportunity in the future, so we will keep following. Now, looking into this Forex Factory economical calendar, like I said, we have quite a lot here for next week. It is loaded. It's going to be a very busy trading week, and we will be all 100% ready to trade the market for next week. The most important, although all of them are important, but the most heavyweight of them are the interest rate announcements, the monetary policy statements, the NFP or employment and unemployment change. Those are the ones that should move the market the most. One here is interest rate coming from the Australian dollar axis. This one right here. Okay, on Tuesday, February 6th. This will be an early news announcement. I'm not sure by that time we'll be in the market, but at any rate, whatever price reaction we'll be following very carefully. The next one here is the employment change, unemployment rate coming from New Zealand. This should be another heavy one on February 6th. That should be Tuesday as well. So another heavy duty news announcement for Tuesday. Okay, so New Zealand dollar, 10:45 p.m. exactly when we'll be conducting the part-time live trading session. So we'll be live in the market to trade that news event as well. Okay, official cash rate New Zealand dollar on a Wednesday. This is interest rate announcement. New Zealand dollar is going to feel the heat on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday is the employment change, unemployment rate. Wednesday is the interest rate announcement for the New Zealand. Well, we will be all in the chat trading these events alive. Okay. All right. Sterling pounds interest rate announcement right there on Thursday. These are very defining news events, heavy duty news events. On Friday, we talked about this. Although we have monetary policy statement coming from the Australian dollar, Australian axis, we also have employment change and unemployment rate from the Canadian dollar axis. So it's going to be a super busy trading week ahead. Okay, so don't miss this week, that upcoming trading week, because it's going to be a very busy one for us. Okay, very quickly, let's look into these few pairs where we are expecting price to move in those possible direction for next week. Well, I would like to begin with those pairs that we are involved in, which one of course is the New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen. For those of you who have been following, we have been involved in this trade. This was where we took the trade, okay, somewhere in here. It's now 2 days running. This trade is 2 days running, running up and down within our entry. We have not seen that type of profit that we desire, but at any rate, price tends to be crawling in our direction. We got some nice profits day before yesterday, then price pushed into loss again. We are still confident that price will move in our direction, and today gradually we are moving in our direction. We are in this pips profit. In my opinion, this trade is not due for a close. Please let it run. Don't tamper with the trade plan or the parameters of this trade. Just keep the trade running. Okay, let's see the weekly time frame. In the weekly time frame, remember we had anticipated a flat bottom triangle for the New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen. So like I said in my opening, we are actually looking for those optimal areas to take the trade, those high probability points where at least price is going to move in our direction. As you can see here, there was that leaning line around that area. So this is a high zone of resistance, and it is the best point to begin to look for short entries with this pair. Okay, it's our job to spot those high probability zones and take our trades. So the New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen, we are short. That's our entry. This is our stop loss. We are keeping this trade again. Hopefully for next week, we are going to see a nice fall to the downside. By next week, we should see better profits. If price keeps hesitating around this area, then we are going to close that trade altogether. The fate of this trade will be decided by next week. Okay, in the daily time frame, I am liking the solid turnaround of this area. I'm liking the turnaround. A price pushed up, and we are seeing that sharp bounce back down. That is what I like to see. In fact, a combination of the last two candles in this daily time frame, where we give you nothing short of a pin bar or a doji at this time, something like that. And you know what? This type of candle is a rejection candle. Okay, It's a rejection candle showing that price, the bulls were able to drive price up to that level, but failed to keep pushing price to the upside. Rather, the bears brought it back down. So the probability for the next candle is that price is going to keep pushing to the downside. Okay. All right. So after this, next week Monday, we should be expecting further pushes back down. If price hesitates a lot around this area, we will close the trade out. All right, let's see the 4 hours time frame. Well, we had analyzed this before, and in the 4 hours time frame, we're talking about the possibility of that channel formation. And as you can see right here, price is bouncing off that upper boundary as resistance. That means the next move should be a fall to the lower leg, possible lower leg of support for either a bounce or a continuation move. So for us to decide where to take our profits, we will be waiting at this particular area. So price has a lot of room to move. All of these to move to the downside. We are not going to cut our profit short. We will let this trade run for now. All right, in the 1 hour time frame, what do we have to talk about here? Nothing really. Let's just keep this level of support, even though it's not a very strong level of support, but let's just keep it. My line is wobbly. Let me get it correctly. Oops. Okay, let's just change the color to black. Keep it within the hourly. All right, so that is it. Nothing much. This trade is up and running. Just keep it running. Next pair, let's see the which one here. Okay, the Australian dollar is it. Let's see, not this one. Okay, let's see the euro. No, which of these pairs am I supposed to see now? Okay, let's see the Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar. Let's analyze this pair. In the hourly time frame, we are seeing price giving us that nice fall. This is a breakout. It is a breakout. Let's see the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame, price has made that push to the downside. Nice push, but to me, it is still more of a retracement because we have that rising trend line. Let's see the daily time frame. In the daily time frame, we got a price bouncing off that lower leg of this trend line. That's the lower leg, and we are seeing a rejection candle of that lower leg in form of a pin bar right there. This is a valid one. Should this pin bar close in a better way, by Monday we'll be taking a trade. We'll be placing our buy stop order and our stop loss just below. Hopefully we are going to see a bullish candle push to the upside for us to make some nice profit. Okay, so Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar, this is something that we are watching right now. The next level of resistance is somewhere here. You can see that. That's resistance. So if price is able to bounce in our direction, we are definitely going to be cashing out some profit before that level of resistance is hit. Okay, so that is it. Potential trading opportunity for next week on the Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar. All right, 4 hours time frame, we have a counter trend line. This is a threat, but let's just keep that. That counter trend line is a threat, but let's keep it. Nothing more. So that is that in the daily time frame. The euro against Australian dollar, nice push, solid push. This is a pair that we analyzed over and over, but with much hesitation, we didn't take any trade. The price just kept blowing up to the to that next level of resistance. Well, this one is set up for one of our aggressive approach at this particular area. we will be looking for a short entry in the euro against Australian dollar. Possibly we are going to pick a few pips and we'll walk away. Okay, all right. Still looking bullish, but at this level we are expecting some bounce, just a little retracement, and that is where we'll make a little money, just make some few pips and walk away. In the 1 hour time frame, we might be following this. Of course, we will be following this for a possible London Open breakout as setup. If price gives us that sideways Tokyo range on Monday, then we'll be trading the London Open breakout strategy live. Okay, bright week ahead. The Canadian dollar against the Swiss franc for the entire week, very difficult one. But as the market was shifting to today, Friday, we saw that breakout. Price now pushing to the downside. Well, if you look into the weekly time frame, this is where we are following this pair. Quite a very good harmonic bounce off this level right here in the weekly time frame, and we are getting that solid, really solid breakout of that linear line. Really solid breakout. What we need to do is to be patient enough, wait for that pullback to somewhere in there. That is where you should be looking for your short entries. The Canadian dollar against the Swiss franc is still bearish, but it is right about time to stop hitting on your sell button, begin to wait for pullback to that zone to search for short entries. All right, what else? Let's see. 1 hour time frame. I'm going to take out this line. Market has just closed from my end. Okay, so that is it. Nothing here. Let's wait for that pullback. The New Zealand dollar against the American dollar, I am also foreseeing the possibility of a flat bottom triangle. But this level of resistance has not yet been confirmed. It hasn't been confirmed, although we are seeing that bounce of that level of resistance, but it is still too risky to click on your sell button. If you have to do that, then you need to place your stop loss few pips above that previous swing high, and if you do that, you know the value from your stop loss, your entry, is really going to be wide, so you need to cut down on your lot size. Actually, from a guest perspective, this is an optimal zone to take a short trade. After this massive push to the upside, it is right about time for price to make some pullback. Okay, some pullbacks, and this is an optimal area around this resistance zone. Let me actually shade that point. Let me just shade that area. Right, I'm going to change that color. Just want you to see it clearly. Okay, so this is right about time, at the very right point to search for short entries. You can see that was the initial thrust around that area. We tested that zone, came back down, we tested again, came back down. This one was a fake breakout. It was a fake breakout. The price came back down, we tested again, came back down. Right now we are around that zone. Okay, so there is high probability that price is likely to also make some little pullback before either a breakout happens. So it is an optimal area to take risk. It is an optimal point to take trading risk. Okay, all right, so that is it for the New Zealand dollar against the American dollar. It's about time to begin to look for short entries. Let me take out this. I don't need it. Okay, the euro against the American dollar, channel formation, not looking good. Let's just connect this and keep this high in the 1 hour time frame. I still strongly believe this pair should be pushing to the upside. I still believe that price will make some bullish moves in the monthly time frame. This is where I am expecting price to retest the 1.27442 level, okay, or area. Once price gets to that point, I am certain that we will see some bounces to the downside, and that is where again aggressively we'll be making a few profits from that point. Okay, so that's it. Nothing much. Other pairs are in terrible ranges. I am sure next week is going to clear a lot of those ranges. Next week is quite a promising week, as the economic calendar is a very busy one. This week has finally come to an end with limited trading opportunities. I am sure you did not take trades anyhow. You didn't click on your buy sell button left, right, and center. If you do that, it's possible that you'll be facing some troubles. But if you are more disciplined and careful, you will cherry pick some of those high probability trades and just to take them. For us, not much to trade. We are only having the New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen. This trade, a short trade right here. We are hoping that price will keep pushing to the downside. Okay. All right. If you have questions, do not hesitate to email us or just make your comments in the live chat window on YouTube, and we'll be there to respond to you. If you like this analysis, please do not hesitate to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you are always notified whenever we are having a live session. Thanks again, and I am wishing you a splendid weekend. Bye bye.